Hey everyone, it's just another sim guy, and there I am on the right hand side, flying through the sky. Yep, that was me in my first Formula race on iRacing this weekend. Well, it was fun. It wasn't the best start to my Formula career. You'll see now in the background the replay. We've just taken off from the start line at Summit Point, and about 3 or 4 corners in, the guy behind me decides to make a little bit of a lunge. I might have moved over, I don't know, but at this stage of the race, it's, there's long enough to leave some space, as I was with the guy in front of me. Nice to be close, but you can leave some space, and all of a sudden, boom, clips my wheel, and into outer space I go. And that was pretty much my first experience of Formula racing and iRacing this weekend. But we persevere, don't we? So I towed back to the pits. I mean, it's quite a spectacle parking on that side of the tyre wall. But yeah, we towed back to the pits, carried on the race, incident free after that, and I still managed to gain some safety rating and a little bit of iRating. I actually, a couple of laps after the crash and a few laps before the end, so I guess probably about mid-race, I suppose, I found a bit of a flow. And in the background here you'll see that I got the fastest lap of the race, and with a few people making mistakes as well. I sort of finished, I think, 7th or 8th mid-pack, so it wasn't all bad. And it just goes to show, especially when you're at rookie level, it's worth persevering. If you quit out the game, you get quite heavily penalised, so it's important to get yourself back on track and make the best of whatever bad situation has been handed to you. I didn't really catch anyone up after this, other than a few people. You cross the start line, you pick up a place, it means that someone else has been taken out somewhere on the lap, away from you. I didn't see a lot of people for most of the race, which but it helps you learn the track. It helps you concentrate, and helps you find some pace. Like I said, I got my fastest lap when I was left on my own. So that was pretty much an uneventful first race, but still counts towards my licence progression. Yeah, and then we're on to race 2. Now in this one there was some really, really nice, close, respectable racing. I don't think you can beat it. I really don't. It's you get a good group like this, where everybody's giving just enough space. Oh, I nearly got that guy. You're not, the important thing is you want to race close and competitive, but you don't want to take risks. I think that's what I live by. So I'm not going to lunge. I'm going to sort of be clean, not be too aggressive, especially in the early stages. I'm still dialing in my skills, really. I certainly haven't found it as negative as some people have claimed it to be, in terms of can't get out of rookies, everybody's crashing, I can't stop getting run into, get involved in other people's mistakes. I'm sure it happens, and it has happened to me in other games, in other races, in my old iRacing career from many years ago. I remember getting a huge amount of frustration, but I think it comes down to what value and how much you focus on your safety rating, perhaps. And if you focus on it too much, then every little touch has you stressed about it. Maybe that will come for me a bit later on when I get into sort of B and A, and it feels like you've got more to lose. I guess it might feel like more of a loss when things happen. But for now, this has been an absolute blast. It feels great on my full speed back wheel. It looks great in VR. I've got it quite well sort of tidied up now from the early days. You'll see the replay footage is actually this is actually replay footage, excuse me, in the cockpit, because I can up the graphics by quite a bit by not running OBS to record. So, and actually it stabilises it for the viewers. It allows me to put some extra camera angles on, like this one. So you can see, whilst I was sort of chasing down the guy in front of me, I was the leader of that little red huddle there, and the guy behind me was in my mirrors constantly. And sometimes that's the battle. It's what's interesting is that you've got to keep, you know, you've got to watch what's going on in front of you. You've got to give the guy in front of you space, but you're hoping that if you do have to brake to give him space, that the guy behind you is going to anticipate what you're doing and is going to give you some space. So that was a nice little move to the inside there. Unfortunately, we had a bit of contact, but I don't think, you know, based on the fact he'd been following me for many laps and we'd jostled for position without any contact, I don't think for a minute that was in any way intentional. But you'll see here, I caught back up, you know, persevered. It took me a lap or two to catch back up, and managed to get that one to stick down the inside and got my place back. So, you know, the three of us were still really close, and that's what it's about. And I think that's what I enjoy. It's not about, you could be in first, second, or third. You could be in 20th, 21st, and 22nd. But if you're fighting for position and it's competitive and it's close and it's exciting, then isn't that why we all do it? I mean, that's, you know, that's certainly what I want to get out of it. I'm just looking to sort of have fun while I race, make it clean, feel like I haven't wasted my time, and I think that's the unfortunate thing that happens when you get taken out. It feels like you've lost, you know, an hour of your evening, and for people that are of a certain age and have family commitments and lots of stuff going on, sometimes that's your only opportunity to race that day. You'll see here there's some really nice close racing going on with both of us, and he got the better of me coming out that last corner and got a bit of pace. But yeah, we carried on staying close. We're nearly at the end of the race now, guys, and this was one of the last laps where I managed to get a bit of pace coming down this straight. There was an unfortunate bit of contact when the other guy lost it a bit mid-corner. We had a bit of a bump. I got away clean, secured second place, just held on to it for the last lap and a half or so, so it was a good finish. But really enjoyed it. Can't really explain what a blast this has been. I have been just another sim guy. You've been great for sharing this with me, and I look forward to updating you in the next video. Take care, guys. Peace.